I lie in bed, I fall asleep, great night's sleep, dreaming of elephants, etc, etc. Probably also shooting them. How's it? If you've been watching for a while, you probably know I'm quite the hero when it comes to defeating natural things, wildlife, nature itself. Unfortunately, I have lost a couple of said battles, but ultimately, I am a conqueror of nature. So today I'm going to be telling you one of those stories once again, because funny enough, they're the stories I have the most of. This is quite an intense one. So be warned, all right? You might get a little bit of a fright here and there. This is in fact involving one of the most deadly, dangerous, and venomous creatures in the world. A single drop of this animal's venom will burn a hole directly through concrete. It will go directly down all the way until it reaches the core of the earth and it will burn up. Only that, only the core of the earth can stop it. Nothing else, nothing more. I'm pretty sure an asteroid could take it out. But anyway, that's not the point. And I managed to not only survive this venom coursing through my bloodstream, coursing through my body, but I also came out triumphant. A bigger person, a better person, a king, in fact, a conqueror of the elements and this specific creature. So, before I tell you what the creature is, let's give it a little bit of context. Where was I? I was a lad, a young boy, not more than 5'9" to be precise. And I was wandering around, enjoying life in Victoria Falls on a family vacation. Victoria Falls, lovely place, one of the 7 wonders of the world. And boom, just landed one of the 7 biggest people in the world. This guy. So we land, we're having a great time, visiting the falls, having fun, doing the usual things you do in Victoria Falls. It's a lovely, beautiful place with lots of nature, lots of wildlife. And the place we were staying had wildlife pretty consistently around us. Warthogs would be around the camp, you'd wake up, you'd see them outside, you'd see zebra and impala, etc, etc. Nothing too special for Africa standards, as I am born and bred, raised there. That's what I'm used to. It's what I've been brought up with and enjoyed my entire life. One morning I've woken up, I go downstairs and we're all having breakfast on the first day. My father sits us all down and he's having a chat with us, and he proceeds to remind us of one of the most important rules of the bush. And that rule is always check and shake your boots out before you put them on in the morning, and don't leave any clothing on the floor. Now you may be wondering why. That's kind of a weird rule, and why would it be so important? Well, the reason it's so important is because you don't want to get bitten by things. Things crawl into a little shoe, thinks it's a dark, warm cave, something nice, away from the elements, a good little place to slither into, and then rear its head when your foot goes in because it feels trapped, and then gobble you up. Anyway, so you don't want to do that. That's a terrible idea. That's how you're going to end up hurt. And hurt we did not want to be. Same thing applies for the shirt. You're going to pick the shirt up. All of a sudden, the creature inside it's going to freak out, start just bashing things, breaking the whole room, and all of a sudden your campsite is wrecked. You can't be having that. So what do? You put your shoes on the ground, but you shake them before you put them on to make sure you don't get nipped with your shirts, clothes, etc. Put them back in your bag. Okay, it's not that difficult, right? It's just do it. It's not worth it. We went on with our day, not thinking much of it. You know, it's something we'd heard many times before, being in the bush many times before, but for some reason it stuck with me this time. And as we got back at the end of the day, it was a lovely day. We had lots of fun. But at the end of the day, I was exhausted, so tired from all this adventuring I'd done with my family. All I wanted to do was go to bed. So, naturally, as you do, I take my shoes off. I put them on the floor. Not a big deal. I know I'm going to shake them in the morning. But then I take my shirt off and I throw it on the floor next to my shoes. Mistake number 1 noted. Anyway, I lie in bed, I fall asleep, great night's sleep, dreaming of elephants, etc, etc. Probably also shooting them. Then I wake up, right? Now this is where it gets intense. Don't scream, all right? I know it's gonna be shocking, but don't scream. The thing that my father warned me of actually happened to me. I know, who would have thought that was actually a possibility? So I wake up, I pick up my shoes, I shake them because I know the precautions. I know I don't want to get bitten. I shake them. Everything's fine, nothing in my shoes. So I put them on. I pick up my shirt, I don't shake it. like an idiot. And as I'm turning it inside out, because it was inside out, so I'm turning it outside in, yeah, I feel a sharp zap on my finger. Now I automatically throw the shirt down and I go, hold up, what the hell just touched me? I didn't realize tasers were lingering inside of shirts nowadays. However, taser it was not. In fact, this was slightly smaller and slightly more aggressive and scary than a taser. I ran away instantly, called over my father. He came over, picked up the shirt and shook it. And as he was shaking it, out fell a little bright orange creature. So my finger was just a bit numb at this point. It was clearly visibly swollen and getting worse by the second. However, the pain was not too drastic. But as this bright orange creature fell onto the ground and we were able to identify it as a baby scorpion, we quickly realized this was going to be a slight issue. So for those of you who don't know, a smaller scorpion, such as a baby, such as a snake as well, baby-equipped versions of those creatures are more dangerous than the big ones. Reason behind it, they don't know how to control their venom glands. So they will essentially pump too much venom into you, causing more damage. So I'd been zapped by a baby scorpion, who in fact was also bright orange. And if you know anything about the animal kingdom, anything that is bright and very colorful, that's a no-no. That's gonna kill you. That's gonna make you feel very ill. You see a bright orange frog, I dare you to go eat it, lick it, touch it even. You're gonna be ill for weeks. There I am now, a bit horrified. My dad had caught it with a glass and he was examining it, spraying it with doom. The scorpion is rolled over on its back, clearly dead and suffocated now. However, I was about to reach the same demise as the scorpion. It was not going to be a happy ending for Benji the man, one of the big 7 creatures of the world, and all of a sudden I'm going to be taken out by an orange insect. My arm begins to swell up, veins gouging out of my entire body. I'm starting to look like a human vegetable, and that was what my future was going to look like. However, my body is strong, I am strong. So, what did I do? I pulled through, I survived the whole expedition, the experience. You know, it wasn't actually too bad now, like, thinking back on it. Besides the swelling, the pain wasn't actually terrible. And when you think of venom, you think of, ooh, my insides are burning. Nah, it's just kind of like itchy. Maybe the lack of my brain cells actually assists in these sorts of situations, because I can't quite comprehend the feeling of pain and my internals turning into liquid goo. Anyway, that's all a bunch of nonsense. But it is in fact a true story that was very interesting. I guess you could kind of think the moral is listen and learn. If you listen and you just don't learn, you're gonna be dumb forever. Epictetus says, a lost man is a man that doesn't learn. That's a little bit of wisdom for you right there. Moral of the story, shake your boots, shake your shirts. You don't want to be a lost man. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Let me know what you want to see next, and we'll see you next time.